know that if something takes you 60 seconds, it also takes you 1 minute? 60 seconds and 1 minute are the same thing, or we could say they are equivalent measurements in two different units. You know a lot of equivalent measurements in different units. When you say that 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter, you're actually converting between two units. It's very important in science to be able to convert between units, and that's what this lesson is about. The method we're going to use to convert between units is called the unit factor method. It's a method of solving problems in which you multiply by a conversion factor which is actually 1. What does the word conversion factor mean? It's a ratio between two equivalent measurements given in two different units. In other words, it's something divided by something else, where both of those things are equivalent, but they're just given in different units to one another. What is 3 divided by 3? Obviously 1. 1,000 divided by 1,000? Also 1. What about 1 hour divided by 60 minutes? Can you see that that's also 1? Why? Because 3 is the same thing as 3. 1,000 is the same thing as 1,000. Whenever you divide something by itself, the answer is 1. Now 1 hour is just as much time as 60 minutes. So you are dividing something by itself. The only difference now is that hour and minutes, of course, are not the same unit. And that's why this last conversion factor, 1 hour divided by 60 minutes, is a very helpful ratio, whereas 3 over 3 and 1,000 over 1,000 is not very helpful. The unit factor method relies on the fact that you can multiply anything by 1 without changing the meaning of that amount. 2 multiplied by 1 is still 2. 50 multiplied by 3 over 3 is the same thing as 50 multiplied by 1, and that's still 50. In the same way, 30 minutes multiplied by 1 hour over 60 minutes is still 30 minutes of time. You haven't now made it into a longer period of time or a shorter period of time, because remember, 1 hour divided by 60 minutes is 1. So you're saying 30 minutes times 1, really? And you can multiply anything by 1 without changing the truth of the value that you've multiplied by 1. Now, of course, you need to use a useful conversion factor. Otherwise, what's the point? And for a conversion factor to be useful, you have to know what unit you're given and what unit you're required to convert to. And you need to make sure that the conversion factor has both of those and they are in equivalent amounts. You also need to make sure that the given unit cancels out and the required unit is left behind. Here are some useful conversion factors so that you can see what I'm meaning. If we are given a distance in the unit kilometers and we're required to convert that into meters, then we need to use a conversion factor which has both those units, the given kilometers and the required meters. And they have to be equivalent amounts. 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. We know that because kilo stands for 1,000. So if you say 1 kilometer, you might as well be saying 1,000 meters. So they are the same thing. So we are essentially multiplying here by 1 if we multiply by 1,000 meters over 1 kilometer. Put like this is a useful conversion factor for converting from kilometers to meters, because the given unit, kilometers, cancels out because the given information is at the top of that fraction and the conversion factor also has kilometers at the bottom of it, so they cancel out, and the required unit, meters, is left behind. Look at the rest of the list and you can see the same kind of thing. If we want to convert from meters to kilometers, we use the same conversion factor as just now. 1 kilometer is the same thing as 1,000 meters, but now we flip the fraction around. We need to have meters at the bottom to cancel out with the given information and kilometers at the top to be left behind as the required unit. To convert from centimeters to meters, multiply by 1 meter, divide by 100 centimeters. Flip that round if you're rather converting from meters to centimeters. To convert from millimeters to meters, multiply the number of millimeters by 1 meter over 1,000 millimeters. Flip that round if you're doing the reverse conversion. From centimeters squared to meters squared, multiply the value in centimeters squared by 1 meter squared over 10,000 centimeters squared. To convert from centimeter cubed to meter cubed, multiply by 1 meter cubed per 1 million centimeter cubed. Here are some more useful conversion factors. 1,000 grams is the same thing as 1 kilogram, since kilo means 1,000. 1 minute is the same as 60 seconds. 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. 3,600 seconds is the same as 1 hour. 1,000 pascals is 1 kilopascal, since kilo means 1,000. 101,3 kilopascals is the same as 1 atmosphere.